Today I'm going to show you how to make amazing Lotus Biscoff blondies. Let's go! Yo, what is poppin' party peeps? It's your boy Simon's Bacon Isolation Inspiration. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We're a baking show where we don't take it seriously and we have flipping good fun while we bake. Let me know in the comment section down below, are you a brownie or a blondie sort of person? Maybe you don't even like either, who knows? As you well know, today we're making blondies. But what is a blondie? Well, guess what? I'm about to show you. So let's crack on with the ingredients. The ingredients you're going to need to make these things are as follows. In this bowl, I've got 200 grams of butter, unsalted. In this bowl, I've got 200 grams of white chocolate. I couldn't get the white chocolate in the bars, so instead I've gone for milky buttons. Ooh. In this fancy little plate, I've got 130 grams of plain flour. In this bowl, I've got 200 grams of light brown sugar. And in this bowl, I've got 100 grams of white chocolate chips. And in the big boy, I've got 3 chicky eggs, a splish of vanilla extract. This is vanilla bean paste. I couldn't get extract, so I've chosen this. Who cares? And the prized ingredients to make these Biscoff blondies is this stuff. Biscoff spread. Honestly, this stuff is immense. You'd have it on absolutely everything, even on a roast dinner if you really want. You want 200 grams of this stuff. And finally, just some Biscoff biscuits, just for decoration. Easy as that. And if you missed that, family lambs, do not panic. I'm going to list the ingredients in the description down below. To start with, we need to melt some white chocolate. How do you do that, Simon? Well, it's pretty simple. You do it over bain-marie. But what is a bain-marie? It's a posh word for putting water in a saucepan and putting a jug on top. So that's what we've done. In this pan, we've got just a small amount of water. And what we're going to do is get our bowl with our white chocolate and pop it on top. And what you don't want to do is fill the pan up so the water touches the bottom, because then your chocolate will burn and will go real lucky. So what we'll do is put our white chocolate chips on top of the saucepan, and in goes our 200 grams of butter. Now, you want to get this on a really low heat until all the chocolate and butter are melted. Easy. You've joined me over at my cooker. Have a look at this. So here we are. This is the bain-marie. Got the chocolate and all that. And as you can see, the water is bubbling away. I've got it on a really low temperature because low and slow is the secret to melting chocolate, apparently. This is the consistency that you're looking for. It's all melted and it's all nice and runny. Now, do not stick your fingers in there. It is proper hot and it's liable to burn your fingers off. So let's set that aside for a minute and get on with the other ingredients. Now, we get the big boy and we get our sugar and we whop it straight in. Now, you want to crack the eggs in to the sugar. Now it's time to whisk it all together. Now, I know what you people at home always do. They run around. Gotta get my KitchenAid out, gotta get my electric hand whisk out. Well, I'm here to say no. No to you. Get yourself a hand whisk. Trust me, gets rid of the bingo wings and it just is a pain in the bum, really. So with your hand whisk, get in there and give it a jolly good old mix together. Now this is the consistency that you're looking for. It's got a little bit more pale, and it's just a nice, thick, ribbony sort of consistency. Perfect. Now, hopefully, when you get to this point, your chocolate should have cooled down just a little bit. So now's the time to go in with this stuff. Look at that lash. And just give that a little stir together, just to incorporate it all. This is the consistency you should have. It's got a lot more thick and a lot more thicker ribbons. Ooh, lush. Now it's time to go in with your flour. So whop that straight in. And give that a jolly good old stir together. Now here's a top tip for you party peeps at home. Do not over whisk it. You want to beat your flour in until it's just incorporated. If you overbeat it, it'll make your brownie go real lucky, and that's not what you want. Now it's time to go in with a splish of your vanilla extract. Splish. Whoop. That aside for a minute, and now it's time to go on in with your white chocolate buttons. If you've got chocolate chips, throw them straight in, but these buttons are a bit big, so what I'm going to do is just chop them through roughly and then throw it straight in. Now you've got your white chocolate all roughly chopped up, it's time to whop it straight in and just give that just the gentlest of stir together. Now doesn't that look good, party peeps? Let's get our fingers in and have a taste test, shall we? Oh, that is proper good. And now it's time to do the most boring job. So get your parents to do it. And that's line a baking tin. You don't want to be doing this. This is proper boring. Now comes the money shot everyone's been waiting for. It's time to get this into this. So here we go. Do it from up high. Look at that. Whoa. And there we have it. That is a blondie recipe right there. But we're making a Lotus Biscoff blondie. So now it's time to add the Biscoff flavouring. But before we do that, get your ovens on. Gas mark 3 or 160 degrees. Get it on. Yes, well, I have got 200 grams of the Lotus Biscoff spread. This is the smooth stuff. You can get crunchy. It doesn't really matter. Now you want to melt this in a microwave 20-30 seconds until it's all runny and melted. Easy. And there we go, 20 seconds and it's now runny. So now's the time to get it into this. So just go on top, a couple of swirls. Now comes the fun part. With your spoon, just get in there and swirl it all around. Make it look pretty. Now, come on guys, how good does that look? Finally, with your Lotus biscuits, just pop them on top. And there we have it. That is our Lotus Biscoff blondies ready to go in the oven. So you want to chuck this in, gas mark 3 for about 50 to 60 minutes or until it's cooked. The 50-minute timer's gone off and I've got my boxing gloves on. Let's get them out of the oven and have a look. How does that look, family lambs? Pretty good, in my opinion. Now, that's out the oven. You want to leave this to cool down completely. Otherwise, if you try to eat that right away, you're going to end up with a burnt mouth. And no one wants skin grafts, do they? There we go, family lambs. This is all cooled down. And here it is, my Lotus Biscoff blondies. So let's cut them up and have a gander inside, shall we? So the way we position the biscuits, should be pretty even for everyone having a massive slice. Have a look at that. Doesn't that look proper good? Now it's time for the taste test. I mean, come on, have a look at that. Let's get it in our gobs. That is proper good. Super soft on the inside, crunch on the outside. It's a winner Sunday dinner all day long. thank you so much for taking the time out to watch my video. Until next time, peace out.